Ahoy all, Wedgetail here, and today I'm going to be bringing you Wedgetalks. So basically what's happening with all this is Ips, who is the angry little cartoon from the first episode by the way, he's going to get his own little segment or show, I'm not quite sure which yet, and I will be hosting Wedgetalks. This show is going to be focused on more positive things and things that I enjoy, whereas what Ips talked about was more rants and stuff like that, so I kind of wanted to separate them so I could still cover what I wanted to do, while still bringing you Ips rants and stuff, because I do enjoy those as well. So now that all that PSA is over with, we'll just get on with the show. So I am sorry about the gameplay in the background. I recorded it last night and edited it together for another video that I wanted to upload, but what I wanted to do didn't quite work out so well, and I also don't have a webcam to record this with, so I'm just going to put the two together. I hope that's okay, guys. I'm sorry if it's a bit annoying. Anyway, so not too many stories have been merging over the last few days, really, so I guess I'll start with a little bit of my own news, mainly because, well, if you guys are going to be listening to me talk for a while, you might as well just know a little bit more about me. If you watch the vlogs, you'll get to know me a bit better as well, but yeah, there's just some things that don't come up in the vlogs, so I'll get most of it out now. So, the news that I have is that I finally started work, which is really good. If you don't watch the vlogs, then you won't know this, but I've been unemployed for the past year, pretty much, so, yeah, it actually got to the point where I had to go on to medication because of how depressed I had become. Like, I wasn't leaving the house or my room or anything like that, and it really took its toll on me. Because, believe it or not, I was pretty fit about 6 months ago. If you, have seen the vlogs, you'll see I'm a bit of a huskier guy, a bit overweight. You know, my skin's not very clear, I sweat easily, and I'm a bit nervous in crowds and stuff, so I had to go on medication for all that kind of stuff. So the reason I was actually pretty fit about 6 months ago was I was actually getting ready to join the Australian Army as a military investigator. I'd passed all the tests with perfect scores, the aptitudes and all that kind of thing. Like perfect scores all throughout, I was ready to go. I could really do any job in the army with the test scores I got, which was pretty good. Yeah, so that was good. I also completely passed the medical. It was awesome. I was considered perfectly fit and a very healthy weight for the role that I had applied for. But when they saw that I had anxiety 2 years prior and I had to go on medication for it, that was 2 years ago. I'd been off it for a while. That was enough to disqualify me, which was very unfortunate. It really did take me down a notch. Yeah, it was pretty upsetting. And it really led to the long couple months that followed that I went through in like a deep depression. And I was told that in 2 years' time I can go back, and that would be long enough for me to try again. But in my head, it really just felt like that was the end of my possible career in the army. And that really did kind of mess with me a little bit. Now, after this, as I said, I never really left the house. So apart from my weight, I also became sick. I had a lot of colds. Headaches were pretty common as well, and I had like a lot of severe anxiety attacks over like very minuscule things. I was starting to have anxiety attacks pretty frequently, and as a result of this, I need like naps after most types of exertion because I'm just so tired all the time. My left knee can't take a lot of weight either. It got so little use in those couple months that any type of weight that I put on it for any extended amount of time over, say, 5 to 10 seconds, it completely gives out on me and I have to put all my weight on my other leg. And that's really bad. That's like unhealthy. So I do need to go to a doctor to get that checked out, but currently I don't have a lot of money. Me and my mum had also been having a lot of arguments over small things as well, and it was pretty stressful. It was a pretty stressful few months to say the least. Yeah, that's what had been happening for me, and that's why I'm at the stage I'm at now. So what's happened is I've been applying for jobs for all that time, but I'd never heard back from them, which really didn't help the situation I was in. So I decided to apply for somewhere I never wanted to apply for, which was McDonald's. And that sounds pretty bad. I'm not trying to put McDonald's in a bad light here. I just mean that I didn't want to enter fast food because I'd done a pizza delivery job in the past, and it wasn't that great. Like, it was cash in hand. It was all a pretty messed up setup. But apart from that, I decided to apply for McDonald's. I can't tell you how happy I am now that I did, because I've got the job now, and it's an amazing place to work. Honestly, if you have the chance to go work for a McDonald's, do it, because most of them, from what I've seen, are great places to work. So many of the people there are just absolutely amazing, and I don't know how I would get through work without any of them there. They're amazing people. I've met a few new friends there, and it's really going great. So I can tell you that having a job is actually, it's hard work, but it is so rewarding. I'm still on my medication now. However, on days where I go to work, I don't really have to use it because it's honestly so great to have a job and to be able to do something and keep myself busy that oftentimes I don't have time to overthink my own problems. And that's a big help. And look, as someone who's felt the soul-crushing abyss of just unemployment for such a long period of time, I understand how hard it can be to get out there and try and find something that is acceptable for you, because we do have all our own criteria for jobs and the such. And a lot of the time we just end up going for whatever it is will take us. I know a lot of people go into job agencies and they just find them a random job that they're not going to be happy in. And I understand you have to do something to keep the bills coming in, but if you can, in any way, find something that you are extremely happy doing, then do it. Honestly, for me, I didn't think I'd be that happy doing McDonald's, but once I saw how they operated, and once I did my training, I just came back from a shift, actually. It is so great being there. The people are fun. Talking to customers, as though it can be stressful, for sure, it's nowhere near as stressful as sitting at home not knowing how I'm going to get through the next week. If you're like me and you're introverted and depressed and anxious all the time and like you can't keep yourself healthy, then please just go out and try something, whether it be a hobby or work or even doing YouTube videos, because I started doing that as well to keep myself busy. That's why I started the vlogs, because I was at my dad's and I had nothing to do and I had to keep myself busy, so I decided to start filming vlogs. So yeah, if you can just find something to keep yourself going, that will help you so much. Mine was pretty bad. Like, depression was nowhere near as bad as the anxiety. The anxiety, I was fidgeting all the time, my hands were shaking non-stop. I wouldn't leave my room to go and get food, so I'd go hungry and wouldn't go out till like 9 o'clock. I wouldn't get up in the morning till I knew my mum was gone, because I didn't want to have to do any type of social interaction, even with my own family. And anyone who has felt the same kind of thing knows how daunting that is. Like, how bad that can be. And I'm surprised I'm at the point now where I can upload my voice and face to the internet on videos and stuff. Yeah, I'm just really surprised. And I know not a lot of people watch. I guess that helps too, knowing that not heaps of people watch. But even if people did, it would still be okay for me, which I find really strange, because I can barely go to shopping centres without freaking out a little bit. But anyway, moving on. I am hoping to do more Wedge Talks, and I am hoping to get a webcam soon, because I do have the camera I use for vlogging, although that isn't quite as good for this kind of thing, because I've got to manually bring over all the footage, cut it up, and sync it exactly with the voice, and that's going to be a big hassle to do. So when I get a webcam to just record the entire thing all together with, that's going to be really useful. So yeah, I will be looking for that, guys. And I will be making another Ips cartoon soon. I don't know what the topic will be. I don't know what I'm going to rant about. It's probably going to be something along the same lines as last time. I was thinking of covering the Mandela effect in an Ips cartoon, mainly because personally, I think it's all silly, but yeah, other people think it's serious. So I'm going to put a bit of research into it, make an Ips cartoon on it, let Ips shed his own light on the whole situation, and go from there. So yeah, guys, I hope you did enjoy this probably a bit shorter episode. I don't know how much of this audio I'm going to have to cut up, but it's probably going to be a bit of a shorter episode. I hope you enjoyed. I am sorry for not really covering anything. I just thought if I'm going to be doing this more often, bringing you guys information and just general banter and stuff like that, I feel like you guys should know who... I feel like you should know who I am in general. And yeah, that's really all for now. I was thinking about maybe doing this in a live kind of format, kind of like a radio talk show kind of thing, mainly just because that would be very easy for me to do, just start recording, start talking, and yeah, but I'm open to any suggestions. Anyone who does think of anything that could help the show, please put it down in the comments. By all means, like if you enjoy it, subscribe if you want more, and that's pretty much it for now, guys. Don't forget to go follow me on Twitter. It's at Wedgetail23498. And that's all for now, guys. Like I said, like, subscribe, all that amazing stuff. Comment if you have anything at all you want to get off your chest or just simply talk about. You do you. I'll talk to you all later. This has been Wedge Talks, and I hope you have a lovely day. See you all later.